With the release of Clone Wars Season 7 Episode 12, the final ever episode of the Clone Wars, many of us asked the question, what happened to the Bad Batch after the end of their arc in Clone Wars Season 7, and did they execute Order 66? I'm going to break down exactly what happened to the Bad Batch after the Battle of Anaxes and after ARC Trooper Echo joined them. So before we dive deep into it, remember to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I release more incredible Star Wars content. Leave a like and comment down below if you want me to make a video on what happened to Asajj Ventress after the end of the Clone Wars. Clone Force 99, or the Bad Batch, was a clone commando squad led by Sergeant Hunter that hosted a group of clones who were specially designed to hold genetic mutations that were useful in specific battle scenarios. The group comprised of Crosshair, who had brilliant eyesight and aiming abilities, Wrecker, who was reckless but carried extreme strength, Tech, who had an enhanced mental capacity and extreme intelligence, and finally Hunter, who was the leader of the squad and was able to detect magnetic pulses through his enhanced sensory abilities. During the Battle of Anaxes, the group were led by General Anakin Skywalker and Captain Rex, where they discovered a live signal coming from the planet Skako Minor, which was being used as an algorithm to predict the movements and strategies of the Republic military. After discovering the signal, they quickly travelled to Skako Minor, and after tough resistance, they were able to find and locate the lost ARC Trooper, Echo. Echo was previously thought to have died at the Citadel prison complex while rescuing Admiral Tarkin. After rescuing the damaged ARC Trooper Echo and fighting side by side with Rex, Anakin was eventually able to kill Separatist and Techno-Union leader Wat Tambor, allowing them to escape Skako Minor with Echo. After returning to base, Echo was offered a position within Clone Squad 99, to which he gladly accepted because he was now just like them. The machinery hooked up to Echo's head had turned him from a regular clone trooper into an ultra-intelligent one, who now had more in common with the Bad Batch than his normal squad. This is the last point in the on-screen timeline that we see the Bad Batch, so what exactly happened to them after this? Following their success on Skako Minor and Anaxes, Clone Squad 99 travelled to the planet Kashyyyk sometime after. While there, they focused on fighting off outside aggressors, including the Separatists on the planet under the command of Jedi Grand Master Yoda. This arc was going to demonstrate the reason behind Yoda's famous line, "Good relations with the Wookiees I have," from Revenge of the Sith. Based on an unfinished and unreleased story reel from Star Wars Celebration 2015, we see the group fighting alongside Chewbacca and Tarful, who you would know from both Revenge of the Sith and Jedi Fallen Order. The group were also forced to fight off Kinraths, who were a species of giant arachnids that were found in the caves of Kashyyyk. These things are honestly terrifying, so the Bad Batch were definitely the perfect group of fighters to take them on. While on Kashyyyk, they also faced off with a brand new Separatist leader that we have never seen before, Bubwa Venomore, who was a Trandoshan. Because the Bad Batch were on Kashyyyk only months prior to the Battle of Kashyyyk, and Master Yoda's second arrival on the planet, it is very possible that the group continued to fight on the planet well into the events of Revenge of the Sith. Because we didn't see the Bad Batch appear during Revenge of the Sith, it is very possible that they were assigned to Master Luminara Unduli during the battle, as we know that she was also present. If this is the case, it is very possible that the Bad Batch did have inhibitor chips inside of their brains, and aided in the capture of Luminara, who was later executed in the custody of the Empire. There is also another very interesting theory that states, because the Bad Batch were so unique and specialized in their certain abilities, the Kaminoans were not able to place inhibitor chips in their heads, making them immune from Order 66. We know that Echo likely had his chip removed by the Separatists while captured by them, so it would be very fitting for the rest of them to refuse to execute Order 66. The Separatists that captured him obviously didn't know about the chip, but it would have likely been accidentally removed when they connected the wires to his brain. It would honestly be incredible if the Bad Batch were able to avoid Order 66 and live on into the Imperial era. Even if they did resist the Order, it is still very likely that the Bad Batch were eventually incorporated into the legions of Stormtroopers in the Imperial Navy, possibly as a special forces unit like the Death Troopers, or even Darth Vader's Scar Squadron, who also held the name Task Force 99. Huge similarity there. So that is exactly what happened to the Bad Batch after Clone Wars Season 7 and during Order 66. So let me know if you believe the first theory that the Bad Batch does execute Order 66, or the second theory where they have their chips removed. I'm sure we'll get a whole lot more answers about this question from Dave Filoni in the near future, so be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I release more awesome Star Wars content. Thanks again so much for watching. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.